Oh no, you've caught me using a woman's training apparatus, or apparatus as we say in England, yeah. The Terry's slimming apparatus for women, yeah, just for women. But if you fire them out, yeah, you get a really good burn in your calves, and your hamstrings, and your glutes, yeah. It's a great warm-up tool, and the constant tension is awesome. And it doesn't need to be heavy. It's just constant. Warm-up done. Terry's did this before Yorkie did it, yeah. Do you remember Yorkie? They wanted women to buy Yorkies, so they did the advert, not for women. Well, long before that, yeah, Terry's went one better and said just for women, yeah. The Terry's slimming apparatus, yeah, corker. And it really is a good warm-up tool, and even a good workout tool, yeah. Especially to finish these off, and these. It's a great finisher. Right, so just before I go on to my workout, which is the door exerciser, yeah, known as the Eugen Sandow wall exerciser, I've got a lot of newbies to my channel, and I think they wonder what the heck I'm about, yeah. Well, I'm training with old school training equipment, yeah, and I have been doing for the last couple of years. I started training from home in lockdown, like everybody did, and I started with calisthenics, yeah. I was injured in gym anyway, I couldn't get back to the gym, so I just thought it'd be a good idea to train at home. And I've like snowballed into old school equipment, like your bull workers, your chest expanders, your power twisters, all that sort of stuff, right? Now, I've got to admit, people, yeah, I'm a newbie at this. I've not been doing it that long. I had them as a kid, couldn't use them, put them away, went down weights route, yeah, ended up shooting all my joints because of weights, yeah. It's what weights do, to be fair. You build these and not insides, right? And this is what I've learned using the chest expander and anything with a spring. Anything with a spring that gives you tension back trains your insides, yeah. More than your outsides, to be fair. It really toughens up your bones, your tendons, your joints, your ligaments, yeah. And that's what I'm all about. And it's a bit of an accident how I got there, to be honest with you, yeah. It literally started in lockdown. Literally just started with, I can't go to the gym anymore. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I love my weights, and I really miss my weights, yeah. But my body doesn't love them anymore. If I start doing this with a fixed bar, yeah, this shoulder just fall out of the socket, yeah, because that's basically what happened. My shoulder got shoved out of socket, because when you train with weights on a bar, it's stuck, you're stuck, yeah. And if your joints aren't strong enough, they'll get shoved out. That's what happened to me. Whereas if you train with springs, yeah, you can move. So if you're injured slightly, your joints can compensate because you're on a spring. There's movement. And that's what my channel's all about these days, yeah. Now, I'll admit, I'm not very strong on it. Not very strong on the springs. I'm a newbie. Yeah, not been doing it long, couple of years if that. And I'm still learning. I'm joining sites on Facebook, and there's some awesome individuals on there, yeah. Far better than me, far superior to me, yeah. And these sorts of channels are learning me things all the time. So yeah, but I train with the manuals. So I'll buy an old bull worker, and I'll get the old bull worker manual from the 80s, and I'll train with that manual, yeah. And that's what I'm doing, old school manuals. This is what I'm doing today. Old school Sandow manual, yeah. I've got one here, old school Reg Parks course. Can't wait to get on that one. But yeah, that's what I do. I just look at old courses and I get on them and just have a laugh. Now, luckily for me, I'm past that stage where I want to be massive. That's gone. I'm past that stage where I want to be the best I can be, or compete with anybody, I'll be really strong. It's all gone, yeah. I put my ego away a few years ago, yeah, and I'm glad, and I thought that'd never happen because I am ultra competitive, but it's all gone out of window, that. So I'm quite happy as I am. I'd like to lose that, but I like my Maltesers these days too much, yeah. I eat too many Maltesers every single night, pack of Maltesers. I don't know what phase it is I'm going through, but it's just a phase, yeah, and I will get back. I mean, when I first started this channel, I was porky, and I got ripped, got abs, got really ripped, yeah, and that was on a proper whole food diet only, fasting, running, everything, yeah, and I got really fit. So So Rob-Botics has got there and back again, yeah, who got lean, now I'm fat. But yeah, that's what my channel's about. I am not a guru. I don't know everything. Yeah, in fact, I don't know half of everything what I'm doing. I'm learning. And as I learn something and I've realised it, I pass that on. Sometimes I get comments that I'm doing things wrong, and I love them comments, yeah, because they tell me where I'm going wrong and they put me right, and I love them. I love them. I know that some people get a bit touchy about comments like that, but not me, not me. You need to learn, and it's the only way you'll learn. If you listen to people that know better than you, that's how you grow, and that's my channel, yeah. So, without further ado, I'm going to do the Eugen Sandow 8 weeks training course, and it's wall exercise a day. Right, so the Eugen Sandow wall exerciser, in this case it's my door exerciser because I put it on the door, yeah. So I struggled with the concept of this when I first did it, yeah, because I come from the gym, and when you use cable machines, yeah, you get kind of grab them like that and you press down like that and you're tensing this. These are different. You do this. You lean forward, stretch right out and come down like so, yeah. And I didn't get the concept because I thought, well, it's not heavy enough, it's not much of a tense. But you're training this portion, the stretched portion. Yep, big stretch. Now, if you look at gymnasts, they've all got big biceps. And they hardly do any curls, they hardly do any chin-ups, but what they do is the iron cross. And when they're holding the tension all there, this is super stretched out, yeah, and under super load. And then they end up with these ginormous biceps. That's what this principle works on, training the stretched portion of your muscle, yep, and that's how you get it bigger. So it doesn't have to be necessarily heavy, not when you're doing like curls, they have to be heavy because you're quite strong there, but people are quite weak in the stretched position, so this is why this doesn't have to be heavy, yeah. So let's go, yeah. Now, this exercise that I'm doing now, I might have been doing it wrong a few times, because I've just looked at some notes and it's slightly different on this one, so I'm going to try it a slightly different way. I've been doing this, but according to the notes I've just looked at, it's this. So let's try it. We're on a 35 reps now, so it's going to get difficult, yeah. So get a stretch on the chest and the shoulders, yep. Off we go. 10, switch the legs. Switch the legs again. To switch, just to get a different portion of muscles. Yeah, so before I was doing this like this, yeah, and I've just looked at a different drawing and I think it should be done like this. Now there's a massive difference there, because when I went from there to there, it trained that right down to there. Also, were a little bit like a lat pull down, brought a lot of lats into play, opened the shoulder cuff, trained the biceps, yeah. I think it's meant to be that way, people. Right, so no rest whatsoever. let's get straight onto this one, yeah. So it's out there, big stretch there, yeah. So as you can feel it, so the shoulders are under a lot of tension, yeah, the biceps are under tension, slightly crouched down on that leg, so the calf on the right, on the rear is tensed. Off we go, head up. 10, switch stance. Twenty. That's it. Now the shoulder that's poorly on me, after about 25 I did get some pins and needles in there, quite uncomfortable. So now we go for bottom. These are good. Got these on Amazon. Very good for this, quick change. So we're going for the upwards motion now. So again, we step out, so we've got that stretch. And off we go. We have to have a break because this bad shoulder's really tired, yeah. All the injuries in that joint really come to light when you do that exercise. It's really, really unstable and it needs a rest because it's clicking. So I'm going to have 2 minutes. Right, so I actually had about a minute, just shook it off as well. Off we go, see if it gets any better. So we're on 10. Full stretch, chest out. It's that little twist, it twists your arm and this shoulder really doesn't like it. Ooh. 20. Have another little breather. It's getting really, really tight. Yeah, people, I've not been getting the training I should be getting in, yeah. Once a week, if that. So the fitness is dwindling a bit, yeah, and the muscles are like just saggy bags. But I do have a very important reason. I've mentioned it before. I've got a very, very poorly wife, and I take care of her now a lot. That's in between work and home. So after making tea, cleaning up, doing all the things that I've got to do, yeah, there's no time for training, literally no time. So once a week I get a little bit of time. I'm kind of managing my time a bit better. So hopefully next week I'll start to be able to train. Yeah, but the shock of having to deal with somebody that can't do anything for themselves really hit me, and it's took me weeks and weeks to get used to that process. Off we go. It's not an excuse, it's a reason, people, yeah, a real reason. And this is why this is weakened again, because it's just not getting the exercises it should. So we're on 20. Off we go. That's 30. Ooh. Swap the stance. Oh, that really does train the top delts and the front delts, yeah. Really does train that bit there, it's awesome. Right, so next exercise for the rear of the body, yeah. The hamstrings, the calves, the lower back. This is like a reverse of a good morning. On a good morning you've got the weight on your neck or on your arm and you're going down and the weight's pulling you down. With this, you're pulling the weight up, so it's reverse. So, get the weight. I've got to take my glasses off of these because I squeeze my glasses and I don't want to break them. Right, let's go. 35 of these. Feet together. Squeeze the butt cheeks. Down and up. That's a really, really good exercise that you can really feel it strengthen your back up, right at bottom, your hips, your glutes, yeah, hamstrings. It's a corker of an exercise that really is good, and you don't need a lot of weight. So this next exercise, if memory serves me correct, I've been doing it from top at door, yeah, and I've never really liked it. I've just tried it from bottom at door, and it's a different animal, so tonight I'm going to do it from bottom and just see what I think. because it actually felt a lot better from bottom. It's meant to be done from middle, by the way, yeah. But I've always hated the top, I've never really felt it. Let's see what the bottom does. And let's see if it's right to do it from bottom. So, one hand on your hip with the one weight, because you can't do two. Or you can, but you know, I don't want to. And then, hand over your head, hip that way, an inch that way, yeah, one. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I felt like I had everything right there. So the leg positioning, this knee slightly bent, that leg straight, yeah. The arm right, stretched over the head, how it is on the drawing, yeah, and pulling from here, the obliques. You change the obliques on this side, the opposite side to the springs. I feel like that is the correct way to do it. I felt every one of them, yeah, so I think if I look at my videos, I can't remember really now until I watch them, but I think I've been doing it from top, and I think that was wrong, yeah, from bottom. I don't know that, I'll probably watch my videos back and think what we're talking about, I've always done it from bottom, but something just felt right tonight on that. Right then, let's go. So, full stretch, over, slightly bent leg on this side, straight on the other, off we go. So, one more for luck. Oh. Nice, yeah, you really do feel it right inside there, yeah. You really do feel that stretch, yeah. Now, I've made a few mistakes on there, I can tell. You've got to keep your hips quite still. You've got to just pivot from the hips. I was kind of all over the place, yeah. But it is an hard exercise to get right, yeah. And I'm still learning it, but I enjoyed it that way tonight. I enjoyed it that way a lot more. I felt it more, yeah, where I should have felt it. So yeah, this is another exercise that should be done from middle. In fact, all of these on his wall exercises are in middle, but I've either got a top or a bottom, and this one feels better from top, yeah. But ideally, if you have got a middle, it's from middle, yeah. And it's kind of like your cable flies, yeah. The only difference is you do it from a stretched arm, and you keep your arm straight and stretched all the way, yeah. Let's just take another look at that stance he's got. So he's literally stood straight to attention, like so, yeah. So let's go. to there. Off we go. I'll swap arms, swap sides, quite difficult. Especially stuck to a tension, you've no like nowhere to press on. Now, what's interesting about that is because I'm stuck to a tension, it trains the inside of this leg. Yeah, because I'm not doing any of this for stability, I'm actually stuck to a tension, so it's training all of this inside. And it also forces you to tense your glutes so you don't move, so it trains them as well, yeah. Interesting, didn't expect that. You see, I've done this in past like this, so I've had the stability to push into. Train like this, you've got nothing, and it trains the inside of the leg that's holding you and the glutes. Ready? One thing I've noticed, when you go on the return, let the shoulders sink right back into socket, just adds that dimension to it. So we're on 20 a side now, yeah? The shoulder joints are really coming into play on this. All the inside's nice. Five more aside. for that last 5 I just felt something different. I tried something different, so when I pulled, I've rounded these shoulders in to tense this chest. So as I pulled over, I rounded in and tensed the whole thing. Yeah, that felt quite good. I don't know if that's how you're meant to do it, but again, it's all about training your body, yeah. So if you do a little tweak and you think, ooh, that trained this as well, then do it, yeah. If it's not doing anything, there's no point. So you just tweak stuff. Everybody's different, everybody's body's different, yeah. What works for me might not work for you, but I really enjoyed that when I tweaked that in there. It brought these into play. It brought the chest into play on this side as well, yeah. Felt really cool. Right, I never dare say this on camera because I always get it the wrong way around. This trains the posterior part of the body, which I think is the back, and the anterior is the front in it. This is posterior. I hope I've got that right, because I always get it wrong, yeah. This is why I never say it. But yeah, I think it trains all the posterior plane, and it's my favourite exercise on this whole routine. So you push back for the triceps, stand up, and then pull back. Yep. 1. You're doing something right if you can get to 35 on them, yeah. They hurt bad. It gets all your traps, it gets all your centre of your shoulders right at top, all centre back, triceps a little bit, yeah. It gets your lower back. I think it kind of touches on your hamstrings and your calves, but not much. But yeah, it gets the lungs. Like literally no rest. I just paused it to look at sheet, work out what I was doing. So it's using one strand, hand on hip. Yep, and when I tuck my thumb into my belt so it don't get torn away, and it's literally bent leg, straight leg, shoulder raises, straight arm. Keeping the arm straight just doesn't allow any rest whatsoever. Really hurts. So this leg bent, other straight. 10, and it's this follow through here, that really hits the shoulders, yeah. So don't rest there, follow through, yeah, with a straight arm, and it really hits the delts. That's 10 on each side. Little breather, yeah. Shoulders are done. All the shoulders are done. It's heavy on shoulders, this workout. This one, I've said many times on my videos, I wasn't going to do it because it looked crap. And it's not. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a real pearler of a workout. And as those reps get more, it gets harder. Yeah. 35 reps, it's 40 next time. We're going all the way up to 50 reps. That's going to be an humdinger. That's the last workout of the 8 weeks. Right, let's get some concentration in that mind. Let's get this right. Hand on hip. I'm going to put my thumb in my belt so it doesn't get torn away. This leg bent. Straight arm. Follow through. Just, ooh. This really is better than dumbbell lat raises, by far. That's 20 each side. Let's go straight for it, yeah. This is for 30. That's it. Five. Ooh. That's just gone, that one. I know it would. Just got no left. I'm going to have a quick 10 seconds. What it is with this exercise, yeah, when you do dumbbells, people tend to do that little dip, bring the dumbbell up, yeah. Well, it misses out the crucial internal joints of your shoulder rotator cuff, which is responsible from there to there, yeah. So when we use heavy dumbbells and we do these dips, yeah, we miss out the rotator that starts that movement. When you've got it on springs, you can't miss out that rotator, and if you keep your arm straight and follow through, the rotator switched on big style, yeah. It can't be missed, and then that's why it's so hard to get that spring back. Your rotators get very tired. It's a really good exercise if you've got damage like me. Yeah, I've got no supraspinatus. It's a really good exercise. Right, I've got 5 more. But ironically, the strong shoulder give out first. That's 30, switch sides, last 5, follow through with straight arm. 5, switch, last side. So why is the strong side weaker than the weak shoulder on that exercise? I'll tell you for why. This shoulder, I trim edges for a living, and this shoulder's had to make up for having no supraspinatus. So I've got really strong in that muscle that does this, yeah, because it's took over. This shoulder works properly, so the muscle doesn't have to do all the work, so when it trains it gets tired, whereas this is used to the work because it's done that for God knows how long, 2 years now, yeah, since I really snapped this off, and this has done all the work to do that. And I think that's why this side don't get tired now. It's really strong. This side does, because this is a functioning shoulder. So at work everything's working, but on this side there's a muscle missing, so the others have to work harder and they get stronger, yeah. That's my theory anyway. Right, no rest, literally just time to look at the sheet, yeah, but you don't want to see me do that, that's why I stopped the video, yeah, but literally not even 5 seconds. Right, so this next exercise, to the untrained eye, you might wonder what I'm doing, but it's a calf and a forearm exercise. So you're holding the springs there, and as you twist the wrist, you're coming up on your calves, yeah? So you're doing this, and it trains forearms and calves at the same time. And it's a set of 35, should be fun. Now with the springs, they pull you into dorsal balance and coordination is everything. So off we go. So a little flick of the wrist. 'That was rubbish, that one. Right, let's go, come on, concentrate. 11. 15. It's really pulling me forward, it's embarrassing. 15. 24. 30. Oh, I can really feel it. I'll tell you another place I can feel it as well. You set your shoulders back, so it trains your posture. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant exercise. I think I got a lot of things right there. Really train those forearms, really set the shoulders back and train the shoulders in place, in situ, train the calves, train the coordination as well. And after that full workout, your thought process is a little bit off, and you can tell because I kept falling over, yeah, kept losing concentration there. Right, last exercise, yeah, it's the reverse, kind of crunchy. Hard on these, really hard on these, and I don't like them. I mean, I've said before, Eugen Sandow did it from middle, I've got to do it all the way from top. And I get worried when I do this, that I'm overstretching this spring and one day it's going to snap and whack me in the face. I get really worried about it. But I try not to think about it that much. Right, so on floor. Let's get it in the right position. Which is there, right? Off we go. 12. Oof. Oh, 12. I've never been strong in abs, people. And they really, they're like a deep crunchy. They're not like a press up. Well, they're not like a press up either. They're not like a sit up. 12. Embarrassing. But you have to try these to believe them. They're really hard. Oh, really deep burn, really deep in the abs. Yeah, it's horrible. It trains your core more than your abs. It just trains inside. Oh, it's superb. It's not superb, it hurts, but it is superb. 20. It's embarrassing, is this? I'm going to do it in 5s, I think. 25. Oh. Ah. 'Ah. I think what makes it harder is I lift my backside off the floor towards me. That makes it a lot harder. If you leave your backside on floor, it doesn't hurt as much. And it's that really does it when you bring the backside up. 5 more. And don't rest your feet on floor, keep them off the floor. Oh, that was horrible. I don't like abs. I don't like abs. There you go. Nice. Lean. I was going to say fighting machine, but I'm not. But there you go, yeah. Get a good tricep pump. Nice delt pump, yeah. Not a lot of bicep in this workout. It's mainly delts. A lot of rear, yeah. But when you wake up in the morning, you realise that you actually have trained all your body, yeah. Right, I'm having my tea. It's 8 o'clock at night. And I'm just going to start my tea, yeah. You lot, keep training.